Howdy, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Malenia's Arsenal, the series where we fight Malenia and NG7 with every single weapon. In this episode, we will be using the Smithscript Dagger. Before we get into this, though, I'd like to say if you enjoy the content, please do leave a like, comment if you want to choose what's next, and subscribe if you want to see more. Now, let's get into this, shall we? This is another new DLC weapon. Let's see. Dagger engraved with the Smith script. Reduced mass enhances the effect of the smithing arts, allowing this weapon to function as a throwing dagger for all attacks. Once thrown, the dagger instantly reappears in the wielder's hand. So you literally, all of your R1s throw. I have no idea, first of all, if it works on this. I don't think it does. But secondly, I have no idea if Malenia will trigger her dodge on this. And we're doing a bit of a different build this time, but she might dodge, yeah, on every R1, which will make this weapon very difficult to fight her. So this might be more of a, less of a victory on this one, I'm not gonna lie. We'll see. It might be more of a, hey, don't use, oh god, it whiffed on her stationary. More of a, hey, don't use this against Malenia video, you know? Dude, this whiffs on, wait, hold on, excuse me? It whiffs on Malenia while she's stationary on the heavy attacks, specifically. The light attacks are fine. Oh, holy cow, dude. We have buffs now, but we're not really going to be using them. Oh, I'm dead. I'm only going to give this a couple attempts just to kind of show off the fact that maybe not everything... And this is one of the few weapons that I think is truly like this, but maybe not everything is necessarily required to beat Malenia. But what we will do is instead put this in the imaginary tier list at F tier, I think, for her, after a few minutes of trying, and instead move on to the gauntlet after that and show that it probably is fine everywhere else, right? Secondarily, I'm running a build that will be in my DLC videos. This is more than 50% more damage. Or it's right at like 50% more damage. This weapon has... I love the idea of a pure throwing weapon, but I think it has no benefits for fighting her. Right? Like... Well, I will say, she's choosing a lot of armored moves, so I can actually, like, get attacks in now. If you're curious, the Old Lord's Talisman increases the duration of all of your abilities by 30%. Okay, actually though, because it doesn't stagger her, I said it might be terrible, but it's fine. You just have to, like, truly whiff punish her with it, right? Also, the range on it for being a throwing weapon is also kind of low. You only get about this far away from her before it whiffs. There you go. Okay, hold on. We can learn. We can make this work. What the heck am I wearing, by the way? Okay, I did put on Rotten Wing Sword Insignia. I'm not insane. I thought I did, but then I doubted myself. The issue with this weapon, especially, though, is it also just deals really low damage. Right? So, like, if you're not careful, getting hit once or twice really matters with this thing, you know? Which is why Vow of the Indomitable is so important. Hey, you get free punishes there that you don't normally get. Oh, I got hit by that. 194 damage on that attack, huh? She was actually too far away for that one. Okay, so running R2, the heavy attack throw. Ooh, staggers her. That's important. It is near 4th of July, so... I hate that, by the way. Why does that whiff? But, that's why there were fireworks. That's what that popping noise was. If it actually picked up on the mic, I don't know if it did. Alright, I'm gonna heal. One thing that is nice about this, even if it's taking forever, we're in very They're at a very safe distance away from her. That was just my bad. Typically speaking, right? Like, oh, I hit her with an R2. Also, I really like the running R2's design, like look on it. We can just outspace this as well most of the time. Oh, it clipped me. That's okay. Heavy throw. Yeah, fully charged attack. Big thing to note, you can't just go in guns blazing, right? You still have to wait for her, just because this weapon's jank. But we're making it work. Except I'm dead. Woo! Okay. I will show you my stats in a second. This thing is keen right now. And beyond that, a couple things to note as well. You can still run like generic weapon arts on it. Which is good to know. But I don't think we need this, and I don't think we're going to be using buffs very much. If you want to use this properly, though, there is a Smithscript. I know it exists, I just haven't shown you guys because I haven't made it that far in the DLC for you guys. But there is a Smithscript talisman that just buffs the damage of throwing Smithscript attacks, which is everything that this thing gets. We'll try two-handed for a bit. It's about the same damage, honestly. Oh, actually, though, it activates, you're right. This is actually a lot better, probably. Running R2. I'm sad to say, by the way, it has a unique weapon art, but you just can't keep it if you want to put Keen on this. This is actually about how I expected, like, every single Smithscript weapon to work. Now that we know what they're called, I'll call them that. I expected them to all be practically trash, right? Okay, we have that as an option. Okay, running R2s. Work. I'm not going to say I'm impressed by this weapon, but it does work. You have to run to the side because it moves you so far forward on the actual running attack. Because you do a little spin on the running R2. Hey guys, we're stacking up damage. I'm impressed. Gosh, you probably want some waterfowl soon. I'm gonna heal back to full. Waterfowl. No? Alright. If you say so. I might have changed my tune on this weapon a little bit. I'm not gonna say it's good against Malenia, but I don't think it's completely unusable, at least. Oh, that clipped me. That's sad. Due to the fact that we can outrange... Oh, I put it on the shield I can't use, huh? No, I don't have it on a shield anymore. Do I? Hold on, guys. No, I don't. Okay. I was going to say, due to the fact that we outrange her, we probably don't need things like Vow the Indomitable very much. So we can use our FP for other things, right? That doesn't hit. Wow. Sorry, I stepped wrong there. That was on me. What about running R1? It works. It does hit. As you can see, this weapon's a little miserable against her just because of the damage, though. And the fact that she heals if you mess up. Normally not as big a deal to have such low damage, but this thing hits weaker than a torch ever did. Torch got yellow damage, to be fair. And it is faster than a torch, technically. I'd also like to try the weapon art against her. Oh no. Alright. Because the weapon art is called like piercing the throw. And is unique to this weapon. I'm curious if it's fast enough to hit her inherently. please. I think I'd much rather... There's a new item in the DLC as well I'm about to show off in my next video, because I finally made it to a riverbed. But there's an item in riverbeds that I really, really like, to say the least. And it's a boulder. I think I'd rather fight her with boulders than I would daggers. Throwing daggers, that is. I thought normal daggers were rough. Would be rough. Never would have guessed this. You actually have to delay your roll there a little bit. After the kick, she can go into flip. And if you don't have something that can easily stagger her, then you kind of just have to respect her kick. Or be far enough away. As you can see, though, I can keep my combo up. So, what do you use this weapon for? That's the next question, right? And I have a few ideas. For one, throwing knives no longer matter, except they do because they actually have range on them. So, outside of that, alright, well, why would I care that this exists then? I think, so you can also put parry on this weapon, that's important. I think this could be a great offhand weapon, intended to, when you can't close in on an enemy, you can either bait out attacks using it, or you can keep stance damage up, right? Because even though I'm not staggering her, her stance pressure, her actual bar probably isn't recovering much, just because I'm able to get so many hits consistently, right? Yeah, if she's doing that, that means you've got pretty good stance damage, honestly. Issue is, Phase 2 is a lot more volatile, which makes this strategy way less likely to work. If this wasn't in G7, I'd say, honestly, go ahead and do this. But I think by this point, you need something a little better. And the thing is, it's not like I have 0 damage either, or 0 damage scaling. I have 99 faith, or 99 dex. And we have like 30 faith, which it scales in 4 stats. 3 of them are E's, so it doesn't matter. But that's why you put 99 dex, right? And it has an S scaling index, but the base damage is so low that the scaling barely adds anything still. But I'm kind of getting into a flow about this, as you can see. I think Turtle Talisman would be really good here. You just like have to do running R2s. Alright, you see her fall back, you push pressure. You see her kick, you pressure now. Alright. Pressure. Yep. Don't respect her still. Just because you have a weak weapon doesn't mean you have to respect her. Phase 2! We did it, guys. Wonder, can you hit her? Probably not really, huh? Not gonna try that anymore, I'll say that much. Can you hit her from outside? No. At least not from there. I was a little off still. She's way more likely to push forward is the thing. With this in Phase 2. Which makes me think it'll be an issue, but maybe not. Things that will be an issue, waterfowl. We have to make sure we're far enough away from that. And Attack of the Clones. But beyond that, I think we might just be okay. Those whiff, that's right. I knew better. I'm sorry I ever doubted you, daggers. Hit R2. Yep. That's a counter hit, boys. Okay, run away from this. Left, right, 3, 4, 5. Ah! No! My Vow. I don't know why I tried to hit Vow the Indomitable. I could have just dodged. Okay. What I'm going to do is come back. You guys won't see it. Oh, right, I was using that one. I have this set up from the DLC. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to make a cut. But for now, I'm going to record me going through the gauntlet, okay? And I will tack it on probably at the end of this instead. And be like, hi, I'm back. But I kind of want to show off how it deals against things that aren't that. Oh, I reorganized my inventory. It has DLC weapons now instead of, like, everything. So that's nice. I also think something I could do that could be really fun is instead of that, storing weapons as I complete them. So we can kind of watch me dwindle down through the, through them, right? So check this out. I have 99 dex, 30 faith, 11 intelligence, 10 strength. Requires 5 strength. You can always wield it. 11, 11, 11. These things are practically free on any build. So, Smithscript Dagger. Offhand, you can still throw it. Main hand, you have whatever you want, you know? Ooh, R1. Quick Dagger. I think that's the idea behind them, right? They're free pressure when you typically wouldn't be able to have it. Also, they're practically weightless. 1.5. Almost any build can fit that. So, I think that's the idea behind them. We'll see. I don't actually know if I'll come back to fight Malenia. I'm undecided. Maybe at another time. Actually, that's what I'll do. I'll come back once I get a proper setup with, like, talismans and stuff. Because I don't have every talisman. Oh my god, dude. Does he ever stagger out of this? Okay. That's funny. Okay. Well, they have that advantage, right? Holy cow, dude. That did so much. Why? I have not seen him use that laser in forever, dude. Alright. We're still in an NPC battle, which means, like, he can sight read everything I'm doing. Like, he can foreshadow. Especially because I'm using ranged attacks. And they don't stagger him. He gets to reaction dodge things. Maybe these specifically suck, honestly. It's very possible. Oh my god, dude. I mean, like, that does no damage, at least. Oh! It's like, dude, what the heck? I know it's because I got hit by his debuff, but still. Dude, chill. What am I supposed to do? Ah. He's back to full? I guess he drank his flask already. Okay, I see. You force him to roll. And then you just hit him out of his roll. Ah, perfect. I needed... Oh, I was wanting that to go off. Okay. This weapon kind of sucks against Gideon. Who would have guessed? Surely not me, dude. I really don't think this is meant as a main hand weapon. So let's beat up Gideon real quick with, let's just say these, right? They have enough damage. 504 is better than that thing. That's sad. Alright, we are debuffed. And he can laser me from the start. I swear, Gideon just, like, stopped using that. Dude, that does a third of my health. Alright, once I can actually close back in on him, if it would let me lock onto him. I sure do love NPCs who read inputs, dude. If you didn't know, I think NPC fights are one of the worst things about FromSoft games. That could have killed me right there on the spot. Oh, I could still die here. Heal? I'm sorry, but this fight If he gets you on the back pedal, like on the back foot, it's so impossible to catch back up, dude. Yeah. I was gonna try and show him off against Godfrey, but I'm not actually spec'd into a build. Let's try it one more time with some better things like Golden Vow and stuff. We have buffs, why don't we use them? Also, I probably have talismans that help, right? Because I have spell talisman +2. We have this. I should have waited to drink that, but that's okay. I know where my talismans are. We will use both this and Golden Vow. And now our magic is 55%, which will be dropped down to like nothing if he hits me with a debuff. 41, never mind. That's still fine. Oh, screw you, dude. Oh, that's right. That's why I fought him with this weapon. Hit him with the running R2s. Until he does that. No. Stop that. No. No. Oh my god, dude. Alright. Fix the pillar, get close, bait those. Whiff an attack, which causes us to fall back to the back foot. Oh, and he got the buff off. This is like the only fight where you'll ever see these things be quite so good, you know? And it's only because not only does he have better than any other character's stats, he also just gets infinite FP and better casting speed than everybody else. It's truly impressive. Thank you for losing lock-on. Oh my god. Oh, I'm dead here. If I'm not careful, yeah. I'm dead. Not dead. Anybody else? I actually just hate Gideon, though. Because I do believe he's kind of a bad fight. People thought he was a joke when he first came out. Some people still do think he's a joke. In a lot of senses, he can be. But he's also just a right pain. Especially once you get to higher NGs where his damage is so high. Dude, chill for 2 seconds. No. No, he got him off too. That's sad. He's dead. Alright. Thank you. Dude, I can't become Lord with these daggers, I'll tell you that much, I agree. 1, 2, 3, 4. They're kind of cool. They also let you set up Rotten Wingsword insignia on like anything, I guess. Right? But so do a lot of other weapons. I don't know. You just don't have to be quite as close, I guess. Let's see. When we had Flame Grant Me Strength and Golden Vow, so we're at 350 right now. Let's see what we can pump this up to. Flame Grant Me Strength. Puts us up to... I don't have enough FP. What am I missing? It costs 46, dude. It's so expensive. I'll go over the build that I had later for the DLC in a different video. One where I'm actually using buffs. Probably the next Perfumer bottle fight that I do, which I wish to get to very soon. But real quick. So 462 all the way up to 531. That is almost double damage. Also, why was Golden Vow such a big buff? Sheesh. Gideon. Gideon? First of all, weird way to say that. Secondly, not who I'm talking about. Godfrey. he has a dodge mechanic, sort of, for ranged attacks, but his mechanic is let's go ham and attack. So hopefully that makes him easier, right? Surely it will, right? That's his mechanic right there. He dodges at you, is the idea. Okay. This weapon has one very fatal flaw with the lock-on, I gotta say. Holy cow. So, watch this. It just whiffs on R2s. Or you have to be incredibly close for it to hit. I can't tell which. Okay, jumping R2, kinda good. It looks good at least, how about that? This is actually how I expected like every Smithscript weapon to be, so I'm actually not even all that upset by it. Maybe a little saddened, but... Oh, I got like an extra hit on him, and then got punished for it still. This weapon does just get plus 15% damage with the Smithscript Talisman, which we'll get to when we get to another forge. So that'll be good. And you can already tell we're getting... We could probably get it close to reasonable damage, right? 500 sounds like it could actually stack up really fast. So like, say during this, right, we just cast Flame Grant Me Strength. Oh my god, he's so fast. And then maybe we can get Golden Vow here. Alright. And now we're at 483. We activate that, we're at 550. I like this damage is good, right? And we could be even higher if we healed the Fool. There we go. Okay, when you get to this strong, maybe it doesn't look so bad, right? But, like, you could also do this on, like, any other weapon, right? And it would be better. Pretty much. Ouch. Well, that's okay. Phase 2, where are you? Thank you. I was waiting. Plus, I don't actually have a buff build set up anymore. What the? Just run behind him. Yeah, don't respect him on that, dude. I still love the running R2 on this thing, though, I will say that. No matter what comes of this weapon, the running R2 is pretty good. Jumping R2 is also pretty good. Oh, I was so early on that. Goodbye, game. I'm not dead, but it sure does hurt. Alright, and then we just run away. Oh, I waited way too long. Okay, never mind. I knew I'd be fine, totally. Okay, new thing about the jumping R2. It pulls you into wherever you were locked on. I tried to actually get... That hit? Oh, holy cow, I disagree, game. Alright. Not as scary when he, when we know what he just did, honestly. Phase transition? Alright, phase transition. I'm early. Never mind, we're good. Alright. This is about the closest to getting the best fight, right? Like, this is possibly the best fight you can have for this weapon. A big boss that doesn't really react to being attacked. effectively. And even still, it's a struggle, dude. I was really worried he was gonna stomp there, and he did. Last second. Alright, dude, chill. I'll heal here. Not bad. Other thing is, these are thrust attacks. Okay, that's not good. Don't do that. It doesn't reach. And even if it did, the 300 damage isn't worth risking your entire life. Right, that's the place to hit you. So, like, you do also have a few advantages, like, Lance Talisman, right? Not Lance. Actually, which one is it? Spear Talisman, I guess? I could use a Warming Stone, but I think I'd just accept death if I get hit by it, right? Oh, God. Holy cow. Chill. Oh, that hit me? Okay, I can't accept death here. Yeah! Befits a crown. That fight sucks as well, I gotta say. Whew. With a little bit more damage, or possibly with my buff set up instead, where I'm actually actively keeping my buffs up, that one seems like it might not be so bad. You trade out Ritual Sword for Old Lord's Talisman instead, and all of a sudden, Golden Vow feels like it actually lasts long enough. I think Radagon just has a parry for ranged attacks, by the way. So this is my issue with a bow-only build, right? You can't do that anymore. You could do that in DS1, and I think DS2 as well, but once DS3 and onwards, enemies were like, it was treated as though ranged attacks were cheese. So they started building bosses to specifically counteract you using ranged. Like, how often does Radagon just take out the lightning this early, right? Maybe if we do, like, jumping R2s? No? So, like, I can't do anything to him, right? He's effectively just nullified this weapon. Unless maybe, like, I get behind him? Oh, that's interesting. Alright. I hate that, though. That's not fun. This weapon sucks. Practically through and through, right? He starts blocking them. Oh, except he's just... Wait a second. Okay, so he does still do something if you get close enough, if he gets close enough to you. I wasn't sure. He was doing so little. But I guess at the same time, what do you expect a boss to do when you're using ranged, right? Like, if he's not able to just deflect them, I guess it also becomes an issue. But I guess the issue comes in depending on what the ranged attack is, right? Because, like, this thing sucks in terms of damage. But if you're throwing, like, Crystal Soul Spears, maybe it's not so bad that he deflects them. Right? And you still get whiff punishes and stuff. And I think that's the idea. Is that they don't want you to utilize range to just beat down a boss tick by tick from a long range. They want you to, like, still whiff punish. Which I guess is an issue with me and how I want my range to play. Because what I would like is more so it being an option to speckle in here and there. Right. And like, we're doing damage. Is the thing to know, right? What the heck? Why'd he do that twice? I mean, if he wants to. He still gets the teleport hits on me. That's hilarious. Even with a ranged weapon, quote unquote. It's weird. This weapon traded all of the bad properties of being a ranged weapon for none of the benefits because it's so low range. I'm talking bad about this thing, but it's kind of fun to use at the same time. I just don't think it's a primary weapon, right? This might be one of the few times where I think, as a secondary weapon, it's also just unusable, though, in a primary sense. Like torches, if for some reason you had nothing else, you could make a torch work. This, you're asking for trouble, right? Oh, it's gonna hurt. Never mind. Like, even this distance, we can't hit him. What you would call ranged distance, you can't hit him with it. I rolled so early, dude. Oh, I'm dead. Goodbye. Oh, he let me live. So maybe... Ooh, that killed me. Maybe it's partially on me for not knowing how to fight with ranged weapons. But I think that's actually where I'm going to call it. I actually really like this showcase, and I think it's a bit spectacular compared to other ones because it really shows not every weapon has to be good, and not every weapon has to fit every situation. Granted, this weapon fits no situations, but, like, that's okay. Some weapons do that. Plus, you also have a couple other options, because, like, I could just, like, glintstone pebble everything, right? If I go, like, keen glintstone pebble, then all of a sudden I'm just doing the Chris, but worse. Stuff like that, you know? You can use lightning, or thunderbolt, bloody slime. There's a lot of good weapon arts to make this weapon work, right? I chose one that I didn't think would be very usable, because I'm not showcasing weapon arts, I'm showcasing weapons. Golden Slam, I guess. Can you charge this, or is that just how... That's just how long this takes, dude. Anyway, results are in on this thing. I'm gonna give it F tier as a true weapon. I know, weird that I'm giving it a tier because I've never done that before and there's no precedent for it. Anyway, thank you for watching. Don't use this thing as a main weapon. I still like it. It's beautiful. It's cute. It gets no jobs done, but come on, you gotta like it, right? It's so endearing. Anyway, I'll see you guys next time. Bye.